Since the beginning of time, humans have spoken about a mysterious eye, an inner vision that sees what ordinary eyes cannot. Some call it the third eye, others call it spiritual sight. But the idea appears everywhere, in ancient cultures, in philosophy, and even in the Bible. But what is this third eye, really? Most people live their entire lives seeing only the physical world, things they can touch, measure, or explain. But a small number of people throughout history have claimed to see deeper, into human intentions, into spiritual forces, into truths that go far beyond normal perception. The Bible describes something similar. In Matthew 6 verses 22 to 23, Jesus says, "The lamp of the body is the eye. If your eye is single, your whole body is full of light." The single eye isn't talking about your two physical eyes. It's talking about inner perception, spiritual clarity. It means seeing the world not as it appears, but as it truly is. Philosophers also believed this. Plato wrote about the eye of the soul, which awakens when a person begins to seek higher truths rather than earthly illusions. Many mystics and thinkers all believed the same thing. The world has layers. Most people only see the first one, but some can see beyond. These people are not chosen by accident. They usually have certain traits: deep intuition, sensitivity to energy, vivid dreams, strong empathy, a sense of calling, or the ability to notice spiritual patterns others ignore. But the true question is, why can they see what others can't? Is it a blessing, a burden, a gift, or something that demands responsibility? Because once your spiritual eyes open, the world no longer looks ordinary. You begin to see purpose, hidden motives, spiritual warfare, and divine signs that most humans walk past without noticing. And sometimes, seeing the truth changes everything. People think the third eye is only from Eastern religions, but the idea is actually present throughout the Bible, just expressed in different words. In Scripture, vision is often connected to spiritual depth, not physical sight. For example, 2 Kings 6 verse 17. "Then the Lord opened the young man's eyes, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire." The army was invisible to normal eyes, but visible to spiritual eyes. This is a direct example of the third eye concept, seeing spiritual reality hidden behind the physical one. Another example, Isaiah 6 verse 1. "I saw the Lord sitting on a throne, high and lifted up." Isaiah's physical eyes didn't see God, his spiritual vision opened. Even Paul speaks of this in Ephesians 1 verse 18. "I pray that the eyes of your understanding be enlightened." Eyes of understanding, not the eyes on your face. So biblically, the third eye isn't some strange power. It's discernment, revelation, inner vision, and spiritual awakening. Philosophers like Descartes and Plotinus believed the same. That humans have two forms of seeing, external and internal. External vision sees facts. Internal vision sees truth. And the people with the third eye awakened are the ones who live with both. They walk among humans, but they see like prophets. Scientists won't talk about third eyes, but they do study something interesting: the pineal gland, a tiny organ in the middle of the brain that reacts to light, dreams, intuition, and spiritual experiences. Ancient cultures believed this gland was literally the inner eye. Philosophers believed it was the seat of the soul. Today, researchers find connections between the pineal gland and intuition, dream visions, deep perception, altered awareness. It is the bridge between the physical and invisible. In other words, the third eye is spiritual, but it has a physical doorway. This is why some people suddenly start sensing things, knowing someone's intentions instantly, feeling danger before it happens, having meaningful dreams, sensing spiritual presence, feeling guided, understanding people beyond their words. Their inner sight is open. Some handle it well, some fear it, some try to shut it down, but once opened, it rarely closes. Most people won't announce it. You won't see it on their face, but their behavior reveals everything. Here are signs someone sees deeper. They sense people's true intentions instantly. They can feel spiritual energy in places. Dreams give them messages or warnings. They prefer peace over noise. They get sudden insights that turn out to be true. They can't tolerate fake people. They see patterns others miss. The Bible describes this as discernment, a gift of the Spirit. Philosophers call it enlightened intellect. Mystics call it awakened sight. Whatever the name, the meaning is the same. Some people are spiritually awake in a sleeping world. Here's the truth most people don't talk about. Having a third eye isn't always beautiful. Sometimes it's heavy, because when you can see deeply, you see people's true motives. You feel energies. You sense danger. You notice spiritual attacks. You recognize false prophets. You feel connected to something divine. This awareness separates you. Biblical prophets felt this burden. Philosophers felt it too. Plato said, "Those who see beyond the shadows are not understood by those who live in them." Seeing deeper often brings loneliness, but it also brings purpose. Because people with awakened spiritual sight are not chosen randomly. They are chosen because they can handle truth. Here is the final truth. The third eye, spiritual vision, is not for show. It is not for ego. It is not for power. It is for purpose. God gives spiritual sight to people who will guide others, protect others, bring truth, see danger before it arrives, speak wisdom, walk closely with Him. Proverbs 20 verse 12 says, "The hearing ear and the seeing eye, the Lord has made them both. He gives sight to those ready to use it." The philosophers believed the same. The awakened soul becomes a light for others. If you can see beyond what others see, you are not crazy. You are not strange. You are not alone. You are chosen. And your sight is a gift, a responsibility, a calling.